Hey guys, so I wanted you to think about if you noticed anything interesting. Hopefully you did in between clicking this video open. But here's some you can look at. This value and this value are the same. So we can say that sine of A is actually equal to cosine of B. And we notice this as well. Oops. There we go. We notice that cosine of A is equal to sine of B. Because they're both talking about the same sides, right? They're talking about a 5 compared to a 13, and they're comparing a 12 compared to a 13. Like, those are the ratios. But because of the angle which we're looking at them from, we're changing the ratio that we use to describe, or the name that we describe that with, right? And here's another important observation. I know that angle A plus angle B plus 90 have to add up to 180 degrees because it's a right triangle. And if I manipulate this equation just a little bit, I can see that A plus B has to equal 90. So here's why that's important. Now I understand why sine of A has to equal cosine of B and cosine of A has to equal sine of B. It's because these two angles are complementary. They add up to 90 degrees. This will only happen, this will only be true if this is true and vice versa. If I notice that cosine of A is equal to sine of B, then I would be able to explain why A and B should add up to 90 degrees, right? It's a very special pattern and one that the SAT loves to make sure you don't understand. If you understand it, man, this math is super easy. All right. So as I mentioned in the last video, these are some of the trig ratios. But now let's introduce you to some new ones. So we're going to erase a little bit of these, right? And we're just going to keep the red stuff because I made that choice, right? So we're going to view things from angles A's perspective and let you speculate about how these upcoming patterns would relate to if we change it from A to B. All right. So all this goes away. All right. So what if instead of opposite over hypotenuse, I chose to talk about hypotenuse over opposite, right? In this instance, I would have 13 over 5. And I know I'm talking about angle A. But let's give this trig ratio a name. So if instead of opposite over hypotenuse, I did hypotenuse over opposite, then I would call that cosecant of A.